I'll be using three different tools for this reading. I'll use my cards, the Higher Perspective Oracle. That will be the Aquarius format of the reading. I'll use the wisdom of the hidden wisdom of the hidden realms. Excuse me. To speak about what I think this Chinese New Year, this is about to become the year of the snake, which I'm tying that into the Ophiucus component. I'll use that to speak about that, and then I'll just throw one card as far as this new moon. We got a new moon coming up in Aquarius on the 29th, so I'll just use one card for that. Matter of fact, I'll do that one first. So, higher perspective will tell you my perspective on what's going on with the Aquarian season and how it's going to affect those of you who live under your signs. Not ready to be the whole message yet, so you're stuck on your signs. This one, the year of the snake, even though it's the year of the snake in Chinese, it don't matter whether it's Chinese, Kemetic, Western, Hindu, the energy is still the same. It's just somebody else's translation of what they're seeing, but it's still the same event. And then you got the new moon, which is going to be Uno. Like I'm saying, really, it's something I've been saying for a long time. We pretty much being played as a joke. Life is a big game right now. People are jokey. So that's why I'm using the Uno cards. It's like, y'all not realizing that this is just one big game. This new moon is a point of release. All new moons are about releases and reset. The problem with release is a duality word. I can release as in sign a new contract, or I can release as in let go. This new moon in Aquarius is basically about Aquarius' main function is separation. That's an Aquarius' main function is to separate from everybody else. Hell, I have Aquarius. If I want to describe myself to these signs, which I'm telling you is human separation, I'm an Aquarius rising. So my mental process is basically trying to tell me to stay separate from everybody else. But again, if you listen to me and when I tell you about source theory and wholeness and things like that, the need to separate from everybody else is still a sign of danger within yourself. So that new moon is going to show a little bit of your own psychosis, to be honest with you. And again, over the past, 4 or 5 days, we got treated to a lot of psychosis. Wholeness. We seen where a lot of people pretty much could not hold themselves together because they thought something that they felt was holding them together with others was being pulled apart. Again, you'll hear people refer to it as you motherfuckers need a pacifier. And so when somebody took the passy out of your mouth, you fell apart. This new moon is only going to show where by the time you get to the 29th, you better figure out whether that was a cool move or still a sign of some traumas. So just this one card for the new moon right here, and I'll shuffle again. And again, I'm telling you, I'm using Uno cards because this is all one big game and people are really being jokey. So this new moon, the point of release on the 29th, draw four more. Remember a few minutes ago I said release is a duality. Release is I'm going to sign a new contract. And even as a, quote unquote practitioner, over the last few people start saying new moons are amplification. And I'm like, holy sheep shit. Them motherfuckers ain't never been amplification. Never. They've always been the dark of the moon mean, holy shit, there's no influence. So what's being amplified? And if you're going to sit there and lie and say my light, well, then that got nothing to do with the moon. That is essentially what I'm telling you. If everything is amplified under a new moon, that's your psychosis. That's your traumas. That's your toxicity. So if you keep signing a contract to where you're not taking accountability for where you are already boxed in, you're going to draw four more. So out of fairness, because it came up, 4 cards for the new moon. 4 points of potential release. Your perspective on whether that's got you going in further or got you getting out of the game. 7 in reverse. This is the manifested you. 7 is your self-awareness. It's in reverse. You don't even really know who you are. Blue, but you keep manifesting it anyway. Again, it goes into what I just said about misinformation. If all you're taking in is a bunch of misinformation and you're using that as a format for self-discovery, the you discover is false. Your identity has been given to you, and then you gravitate towards it because it makes you feel better than the trauma that was already there. You're not going to let it go from you. Hi, on TikTok. Excuse me. But you keep manifesting things to confirm that. Why? I can't make this shit up. You keep giving your fucking power. It's enough. Blue, manifestation. Power emanated. Yellow, power itself. The solar plexus. You don't know who you are, and you're fine giving up your power because you don't know who you are. So therefore, you're already halfway in the trap. Step 3 of the new moon, you're already halfway in the trap, but too late. You already connected. Why? Because my ego says I'm going to keep giving my power. I'm well. I hope you all are well too. So right now, the third step into this trap, which 3 I tell you is your thoughts, is what I'm connected to. If I'm connected to this delusion, my number system 77 is a delusional person. If I have a delusion of who I think I am based off of what I've been told I can be, is the only thing I'm connected to, whoever's teaching you rules you. Step 4, whoever's teaching you can keep you in a trap. Why? Do you know this number? It's a 6. It's red. Your foundation is already in danger. If somebody teaches you what they want you to know, if somebody exposes you to what they want you to know, but you think is something that is there for you and it makes you feel good, they have zero accountability. They have zero responsibility. You understand that? If I keep setting something out there for you to read and you now don't never question why it's there, you just know it's there and you're trying to make a way to use it, responsibility has to fall on the user, not the person that placed it there. They're just playing a role. So this new moon could potentially show where your delusions are going to keep you connected to your traumas. Red, root chakra. Red, danger. Stop sign, danger. Danger, your 6, your foundation. Your foundation is a trauma. Why? Because it's already based in delusion. So that'll be the new moon component. The new moon is going to show where people are only going to stay trapped in their own delusions because they're used to giving their delusions their power, and it makes their traumas feel good. It again is trying to take candy away from a baby. If you try and take candy away from a baby, but it's hell, really, let's not even use candy. It's pacifier. The baby's 3 years old with a passy hanging out of their mouth and speaking perfect English. Try and take that passy from them. It's a trauma. No, give me. Why do you need it? It makes me feel good. It gives me comfort. A lot of y'all have a pacifier, and it's not just TikTok, it's technology and the inability to have to interact with others, but you think interacting with others through a screen is reality or healthy. Yet you hear people, especially like in my age bracket and people in their 30s and 40s, tell you, man, we used to go outside. Yeah, I go outside and go live. But I digress because you got to let your life tell your tale. If it's working out for you, it ain't working out for you. If it's working out for you, keep doing it. If it ain't working out for you, ask yourself why. So that is the new moon aspect. Now let's get to the meat of the show. Again, this is about how Aquarius is going to play a monkey wrench on all the other signs. So the first thing we'll do is address the Aquarian energy itself. The Aquarian energy itself, which I've been saying from my metaphysical experience, it's on some funky shit. As of 2018, when there was this metaphysical event going on in front of people, but on level that people really weren't understanding, we went through a timeline convergence. You people talk about it all the time. Time don't even feel the right. Mandela effect is bigger than that bullshit. It's holy shit. Stagnation was occurring in so many different timelines to where the citizens, the denizens, the people were never doing anything to shift the energy that you called a bottleneck. So timelines were collapsing. So the system described to as the universe merged them all together into one safe timeline. But the deal, again, I don't expect you to resonate on it or with it. The things that people were working on were trying to make awareness that you now have choice. It was basically like election year, 2018, the convergence. By the spring equinox of 2019, you were supposed to make a choice on whether you were going to keep manifesting what was already under manipulation, or if you was just going to stay in manipulation. Did you catch the trick? You probably didn't. If you are only going to keep manifesting what's already manipulated, it's still the same. If you're only going to stay in the manipulation and go further into it, it's still the same. The choice was, why do I have to do either? But much like election years, like a few months ago, we have no choice. Kind of like that video, the AI video I created last night. When you subdue a human mind for so long, it will convince itself that it's not worthy. That is where this planet is operating from. So the Aquarian function, what I was getting at in that timeline convergence, since people understand where you say this planet rules me, that planet rules me, this constellation does this, that constellation does that. In this prescribed universe, a lot of people like to tell themselves they see the Aquarian area, not the Aquarian sign, but the Aquarian area in the Milky Way galaxy. That viewpoint right there became a projecting point. Everything that was needed to project the new Pleiadian download, and it's bigger than Pleiadians, I'm just being funny when I say that. The new download to mainstream this timeline comes in through there. So through that Aquarian field, you now had all of the elements for which the human mind is trapped under. Your earth, your fire, your air, your wind, and your spirit, which spirit is really soul. But you got to start somewhere. You can keep calling it spirit, but it's not spirit. So that Aquarian energy right there was already used to keep you contained in separation. So the Aquarian signs, and people will probably, if you were doing any real work, a real Aquarius could probably attest to where ever since 2018, early 2019, their energy has been on some other shit. Either their erraticism got stronger or they got better at handling what was being tossed at them. It was because now that projector field is now running this show. Ain't got shit to do with your age of Aquarius and age of Pisces. Those are all denotations of some more separation bullshit that y'all caught in. Those are all stories within the container. What I'm talking about is what made the container. So the Aquarian sign really, in the bigger sense, is projecting its energy into others and determining which way they're going to go. So that is why I said this reading is about how Aquarius is going to definitely mess with all the other signs. Side note, Aquarian energy cannot mess with the other signs if the other signs are not messing themselves up. If the other signs are still caught in here and I need to know my trine and my transit and I need to know your natal and I can't do it because Mercury drinking Kool-Aid and all this other bullshit, you see what I'm saying? All that separatism talk. If you don't understand that these signs are just you in separation, if you start addressing yourself in wholeness, then my signs don't matter. They're just points of influence. But holy shit, something can influence you, but it's still your choice. So the Aquarian energy just influences you, but if you're not the primary influence on yourself, then yeah, it's gonna mess with you. And we'll see if that comes out right here, because here is the function of the Aquarian energy altogether. Think about everything I just said. It's the generator. Holy shit. It's the generator. Holy shit. It's the moon itself. Remember, the moon controls your emotions. The moon, La Luna, controls your emotion. Emotion, your energy in movement. This, what I just told you Aquarius was, that 1 and 8, 1 plus 8 is 9. It is telling you what reality is. Why? By moving you towards what you keep giving your energy to. 1, the potential. 8, struggle. All the potential to put you in a struggle comes through the Aquarian field. Remember, I also said before I start giving you that metaphysics class on what was going on, the Aquarian's primary function in the astrological field is separation. That's his primary function, is I want to get away from everything else. This already tells you, I'm going to tell you what reality is. That already is a fight or flight function. If something is in your ear telling you, hey, you need to get away from that, you already in danger. And I'm not trying to be funny and say that you should never listen, but sometimes y'all be getting these little voices in your head that tell you so and so doing something to you or so and so ain't good for you. It's really your own inner traumas where you ain't good for yourself. You understand that? It is no different than somebody is trying to tell you something to save you, but you used to being stuck in harm, so you ain't trying to listen. I ain't trying to hear that. You don't want reality, you want your illusion to be real. Aquarius, in this function here, in this Aquarian season we're in now, it's going to show you the nine. Hi, what's 20? The nine. Some of y'all get held, and we only 21 days into the goddamn year. Don't argue with me. Argue with your sorry ass choices. I'm sorry. You don't get bullshit in here. You get reality. Oops. So the Aquarian function is you better figure out what reality is, or you'll stay trapped in the game. So now we'll go down the astrological field from there. Again, we'll play the game of I'm already on fire, all the way back around to why I chose to run. So the Aquarian energy is going to affect Aries. The head's already on fire. When people aren't smart enough to say, well, holy shit, if I already woke up on fire, something was already there. You don't just wake up on fire. There had to be something already taking place. But a person in danger doesn't have time to stop and figure out why they're in danger. They only respond. Example I always use for years is go into the mall and start running in the food court. Watch everybody get up and run too. Why? Because the human mind is already processing danger. The presentation of further danger will make you react without having a reasoning process on what, where, when, and why. Reasoning's already out the window. So Aquarius is basically gonna fuck with Aries energy. Reasoning is already out the window. Just move. 5. All I know is something can potentially abuse me. This is the abuser. This is Archangel Uriel, as I work with him. The Archangel of Earth, if you're dealing with watchtowers. The guardian of Earth basically is, I'm going to guard where you already grounded. I'm going to guard what you believe. Remember I just told you, the average human mindset is already processing everything from a point of danger. So if your belief is already steeped in danger, when the Aquarian energy says, I'm going to show you danger, it's already what you were seeing. Here, I'll help you out because I know that lost somebody. A lot of people will say things don't happen to you, they happen for you. Sometimes you'll go through an experience just to find out that I should have never went through it. You know what? I knew that woman wasn't no good. You know what? I knew that man wasn't no good. You know what? I knew that job wasn't no good. But I didn't trust what I already knew, so now I got the experience, and holy shit, I abused myself. So even though I already knew what reality was, I didn't trust it, so I created an illusion by going through something that was only going to abuse me. Only the human problem is, once you get to the end of an experience where you think somebody abused you, you don't take accountability. You look at who did something to you and why did they do this and why are they doing this to us? Why are they taking this? Why won't they do this? They're not the abuser. You are. Why? Because you allowed it. And if you allow too much shit, it becomes your reality. Hello? Despotism. What I posted earlier on TikTok, where I was trying to tell y'all people think that this year is going to be a change. Why? This is no different than the original years back since the 1700s. It goes back further than that. But in the sense of this country's been in despotism ever since its fucking formation. There's always been an oppressive form of government that does what's best for its primary rulers within that system. And this ain't got nothing to do about one. This has something to do about the collective that we call a government that only makes sure that it governs you to keep itself government free. Take your time with that. So, are they abusing us or are we abusing ourselves because we keep allowing it? Don't lie to me, lie to yourself. Why? Because the Aquarian will show where you are your own bullshit. Taurus energy. The Aquarian energy will show you where you stuck in the cycle of abuse. The Aries says, my mind is on fire because all I see is abuse. So holy shit. Aquarius, the reality is, let me show you the abuse. The abuse is the limitations. Holy shit, it's another 9. 36, FAFO. Fuck around and find out. The Taurus energy under this Aquarian sign is going to show you your limitations. Your limitations could be where this too much, don't show me no more than what I can handle. Don't try and do more than what I feel safe in you doing. Don't ask me to do this and all this other stuff. It's where you make space for things that never show you wholeness because you ain't ready to give it to yourself. And again, if you're new to me, this is the King of Shamans. His words to me was, you better figure out who you are before everything in this universe tells you what it needs you to be. If you've been following me since at least last year, I told you 2025 was all about need. The primary words for 2025 will be need, necessity, and control. You've already seen it. You motherfuckers needed TikTok to the point where you was really have a revolution. But fuck the Constitution. Fuck the homeless. Fuck the veterans. Fuck poverty. Fuck children who can't have proper medical care. See, we can't fix that. But we came together to stop them from taking away TikTok. Do y'all realize how stupid y'all sound? Probably not. Probably not, because it's your reality. So you stuck in some shit that is only making you give all your energy to your limitations. Why? A 3 and a 6. My thoughts are steeped in them traumas. Remember the new moon, where I told you basically all it's doing is pulling on your traumas? You signing a new contract with your traumas. Most of y'all don't want to get out of your traumas. You just want the traumas to get out of you, or you want other people to have traumas that are counter to your traumas to stay away. Holy shit, Aquarian function. Why? Because you're stuck in duality. Duality is your limitation. What do you mean? The reality is you're stuck in limitations, which means if I stay stuck in limitations, I can never be free. So why are you making a choice? Because you don't invest in your wholeness. So the Aquarian function in Gemini is you don't invest in your wholeness. You're just trying to find a way to hold shit together. I didn't stutter. You're trying to find a way to hold shit together. So here's the Gemini function is you just want to hold yourself together, but you forgot to do it on your own. You just want everything around you not to traumatize you any more than where you're already traumatized within yourself. But everything's already been revealed. That too ain't showing you nothing. That sense of duality, I'm a Gemini, I'm a left mind, I'm a right mind, I'm a higher self, I'm an ego, ain't showing you shit. It just fooled you. It keep revealing everything that you keep hearing, everything you keep seeing has already shown you Judgment Day has already passed. But if Judgment Day has already passed and you still doing the same shit, you in purgatory. If you still here after Judgment Day and you still stuck in doing the same shit, you're in purgatory. But that'll confuse some of you. This is the Judgment card. Everything you need to see to get out of the field of limitations and stop being the abuser and start honoring reality has already been revealed. You just don't trust it. You don't trust it because it's been foretold that somebody else will do it for you. You stuck in limitations. The Gemini energy under this is always going to be somebody else's responsibility or somebody else's problem or somebody else's the reasoning on why you can't ever do fully for yourself, because you're going to always be able to point the finger at somebody else. Let your life tell your tale. Why? You, in the sense of where you always point your finger at somebody else, even if they did actually do it, means you're still a Cancer. The Aquarian function in Cancer is going to show where even if somebody did me wrong, if I won't start doing me right, aka that bullshit, I call my power back. You can't keep doing this to me. No, they can't keep doing this to you if you quit showing up. But if you keep showing up and wondering why they keep doing the same, you a fucktard. Sorry for you. Not even gonna fucking lie to you. You a fucktard. You are your own Cancer. If you keep getting in the face of people who keep playing in your face, and then you wonder why they do the same, it's because you keep doing the same too. The whole answer, the whole reality was everything's already been revealed, and giving my energy to these limited people only limit me. So if the only common denominator was I keep showing up to be limited, I might be sick. So the reality, Aquarius and Cancer is you might be sick. Oops. You are a Cancer. You got a growth. You got a growth. You're the chariot or the horse. Either way it goes, you're going on a journey. 7. You don't know who you are, and you keep, holy shit, giving your time into writing a story. This is the field of time, and that is Metatron, the scribe. You keep writing a story, and holy shit, you also fixed. You fixed. You are a fixed fire. Your energy is already in a cycle, but you still a lone wolf. You still out here howling about what you don't have, but you keep stealing it from yourself. So the whole Cancer component is, holy shit, I got a growth. What is Cancer? A growth. You're not here to go on a spiritual journey. You're here to stop yourself from being moved. Sorry if you can't get that. You got to let your life tell your tale. You can keep buying, again, the bullshit that has been placed down here to keep you moving from yourself by trying to find yourself through movement. Or you can realize, holy shit, me in separation will never show me wholeness because it's only going to show me pieces and parts. And now I'm everywhere. There is no spiritual journey. The journey is stop letting shit move you. But that's hard because I don't want to take accountability for why everything moving me because I can't keep still within myself. You are your own Cancer. Holy shit, what I just tell you? And you a fixed fire. From Cancer, we go into Leo. The Aquarian energy under Cancer is going to show you the reality of you are your own Cancer. You are the crab. You out here eating funky ass, you taking in funky energy. Crabs eat dead, rotten ass chicken. Crabs eat dead meat. Humans and everything. Throw a human in a marsh, enough crab around there, there'll never be a body. Shh. Sorry. So, the crab like to eat dead energy and call it life. Make it make sense. Why? Because they're too used to trying to call back their power from everything they gave life that showed them death. The Leo energy. The reality of the Leo, the ego, is your energy has already been generated and operated into an experience, but that's not you. You are not your experience. You are your choices. What I go through does not have to be who I am. Why I went through it will tell me what I'm about to become. See the difference? Why I'm about to do something is already going to tell me what I'm about to become. Versus I just keep going through stuff and now I keep changing me. That's lack of accountability. So the Leo energy under this Aquarius energy might show you where you don't have no accountability to yourself. Oops, you too patient for your own bullshit. You are the leak. Obanani, you done already cut your ear off. You can't even hear yourself. Why? Because you're too busy listening to everything else around you. And you want to know why? Because you no longer trust yourself. A Leo that no longer trusts themselves will listen to anything or anybody else they think is giving them better guidance than where they've already been unable to guide themselves. Holy shit. 1 + 4. The potential is what you're already trapped in. What am I trapped in? Remember, Leo is fixed fire. Aries is cardinal fire. I'm fixed in fire. And what am I only finding? 5, abuse. 1 + 4. 5, abuse. But I'm patient with the abuse because one day it's all gonna stop. That's a begging ass mindset. That's all it is. This ain't got nothing to do with religion, but it has everything to do with religion. That's a begging ass mindset that won't get up and get out of position of being fixed into danger because it thinks somebody else gonna come save them. Fill in the blank for who you think gonna come save you. But if the answer was not you, you're a fool. Somebody else can show up, but if you don't show up, you a fool. See, if somebody gonna come save me, I better be doing my part too. Not sitting and wading in the waters because God's got this. The ancestors got this. The universe know my heart. Fill in the fucking blank. You beg for somebody to save you, but you do nothing to save yourself. Yet the reality is, you keep putting yourself in danger. See everything we just talked about. So the Leo energy is your ego keeps telling you to be patient with your own bullshit. That's all right. It's a work in progress. You're right. It is a work in progress. You're only growing deeper into the cancers that you keep creating because you won't heal yourself by being still. Why? The Aquarian energy in Virgo. You like going through cycles. Virgo is representation of resurrection. It is the rebirth of a cycle. Leo is where I give my life into what's potentially killing me. Virgo is I didn't learn my lesson. I'm just going to try and move better. Virgos are trauma motherfucking, very trauma responsive. So much to the point to where once they get out of a bad experience, they try to create a new experience by making sure that it is not comparable to the bad experience. That's not really accountability. The bad experience happened. I have to take accountability for my choices and just choose me. Not keep carrying the bad stuff that happened and make sure it don't happen again because holy shit, you just created it by dragging it with you. But you can't teach that. Law of attraction, law of manifestation, law of karma, law of reflection, law of dharma, law of the dog ate my motherfucking homework, but you'll come up with some shit. So from there, where you run into this Virgo energy, the reality is I keep creating these cycles. I keep running into the road, Bambi, and wondering why I keep getting ran over by a Mack truck. That's the Virgo. I keep getting hit by a Mack truck because it can't be me. Uncertainty. 2-9, justification. 2, I'm connected to what's my highest vibration. In the sense where I told you the Leo keeps giving its power, trying to be at its highest vibration, yet its highest vibration has only met trauma. Virgo is trying to only find its highest vibration from the trauma. Everything I just said. The Virgo is uncertain of what's really going on, so it is just trying to ground itself out where it's already lost its power. By trying to ground out what took its power, aka I call my power back. Order a pizza, eat it, and then when the delivery man come back to the door and say, "Hey, I need that pizza back," what you gonna do? The only thing you can do is go take a shit and put it back in the box. You can't take it back. The experience has already been had. When somebody does something to you, you don't call your power back. You stop showing up for the game. And I don't mean relocate. I mean stop showing up energetically. You know what? That person don't mean me no good. So why am I giving them my time? TIME. This is my energy. Some of y'all can't answer that because you're stuck in the Leo energy of your ego. And holy shit, it's producing fucking Virgo. The uncertainty of what things are will make me keep choosing what I think I know. Let your life tell your tale. See, I think I understand this, so no, I don't want to be wrong by trying to do something different. Yet we need to do something different, but it ain't gonna be me. So you mean you're gonna keep allowing a cycle of the same shit to keep on going because it's somebody else's responsibility and you can't take none for yourself? The Virgo energy. The reality is the uncertainty of what I keep giving my power to and not understanding that it can either work for me or work against me. And I don't have enough reasoning process to stop investing in that paradigm of the Wheel of Fortune energy, ups and downs, because that's all this experiment is right now. It's a system of ups and downs. The problem with this current realm is whoever is running the wheel gets to control your ups and downs. So the uncertainty of what things are, 2 plus 9, will have me 11, justifying 1 plus 1, 2, what I'm connected to. Virgo is connected to his traumas. And that's the reality. The whole problem with the Aquarian function is trying to get you to separate from what you're connected to. If I'm connected to my traumas and the Aquarian energy is trying to show me how to separate from them, but I'm not ready to let go, I'm going to separate further into them. We call that a psychosis. When you go deeper into your head about shit that's going on, you start running into depressions and multiple personality disorders and all kind of other bullshit that come with it. Why? Because you're just trying to find balance. Trying to find balance with your pain mean you a freak. So the reality of Libra is I just keep trying to find balance with everything that's already got me pulled apart. Take your time with that. Trying to find balance with somebody who is pulling you apart means that you're responsible too. I've been in this relationship for 13 years and they'd cheated on me for 15, but I just want to stay and see if it's going to work out. The reality of the balance is the reality you believe in. So the Libra function is you just want to find balance with reality, but if your reality is an illusion, you the fakest motherfucker in your life. Sorry, you can't sugarcoat that. If you are only trying to make something real out of something that already really told you it's fake, you the fakest motherfucker in your life. You're delusional. And you're a control freak. 1 plus 8, 9. You like your struggles. So the Libra energy is I like my struggles because I think I can find balance. Yet I'm always broken. Oops. Moving on. Next. Scorpio. Always broken and always needing to get a payback. I'm going to get my lick back. Or, more currently, it will sting itself to death. Some of y'all got stung to death the other night. When Tickety Tock got taken away from y'all, that was your alcohol, your poison being taken away from you. So now you had to face yourself. Y'all wasn't a good look. So, Scorpion energy under this Aquarius season, I mean to say, it's new moon, but under this Aquarius season, the reality of a Scorpion is you got to stop thinking everybody is out to get you because it's really a reflection of where you don't have yourself. Oops, you don't have yourself, you just have your traumas. Oops, victimology, it's an 8. You too strong in your victimology. It's a fucking 8. You are a goon. You are the roadblock. You are the only thing in your way. The only thing stopping you from your peace is that struggle in your motherfucking head. The reality of 1-8 is that 8. So what was missing? The 1. Damn it, Neo. Show up. Show up for yourself, Neo. Stop trying to deflect everybody else's energy and quit deflecting from your own. But I digress, because here's the fucking one that y'all don't understand. Ophiucus. And we have another part of the reading that goes to Ophiucus, but here's Ophiucus in the astrological field. Ophiucus lies in between Scorpio, the god of death, and Sagittarius, the Christic one on a journey, just trying to find a way to live. Wait a minute, you already met death, and they keep killing you. I know, but I'm gonna find a way to be reborn. You a fucking phoenix. Side note, and I think I told y'all this before, in history, I think in the 5th century, Jesus was known as the Phoenix. And there's a little history for you. So, right there in the Ophiucus, which Ophiucus is the man, and that's non-gender specific. It is a lower level being. A man wrestling with the snake. The snake is knowledge. That's why there's a third part to this reading. We are entering into the Chinese year of the snake. The snake is knowledge. You are wrestling with knowledge. The whole problem is that man doesn't know itself if it's wrestling what it think it knows. That in itself is a psychosis. I don't have to wrestle with what I know. I just need to be aware of who I am. That again is an identity crisis. That is a injured ass, egoic ass person to where somebody says something about them and my ancestors gonna fuck you up and y'all gonna quit playing with me. Embattled like a motherfucker. So the reality of Aquarius is going to try and show you where your Ophiucan energy already show where you already in two struggles. You struggling with yourself and you struggling with what you think you know. You don't have a chance at reality. You already in separation. Holy shit, you need to find some stability. 29, you need to find some stability. You need to ground yourself. Why? Because trying to stabilize a war. Watch TV. Well, we've negotiated a peace treaty between Hamas and Israel, but skirmishes are still taking place. Make it fucking make sense. But you sheep will keep falling in line. Why? Because 2, I'm connected to 9, what's already controlling you. And it ain't what's controlling you, it's who controlling you. Who's controlling you? The motherfucker that keep putting everything on your screen. Sorry. So the Ophiucan energy, you struggling with knowledge, but you ain't worried about where knowledge coming from, which means you ain't ready to stop struggling with yourself. If you know a lot of the stuff that they put in front of us is misinformation, but you keep drinking that shit anyway, you're not ready to know yourself because you have zero awareness. The Ophiucan energy is you're only trying to stabilize what you've been taught and told, even though it ain't working out for you. Trying to stabilize what you've been taught and told that never works out for you means you ain't no better than 12 years of fucking slave. Go ahead and work for me and I'll set shit free. You was gonna set me free? Yeah. I'm not gonna set him free, but I'm gonna work his ass. Okay, boss. No control over your own destiny. just controlled by your traumas and fears, that you'll keep running into the mouth of the motherfucking wolves and the lions, expecting to be fed, not realizing that your dumb ass is the fucking meal. Literally. So the Ophiucus energy shows where you just trying to find stability where your ability has already been stopped. Stability, stopped ability. You stabilize a cut. You stop it from being able to flow. What's the whole problem? I'm trying to find a way to flow with reality. But I keep wrestling with what I think I know because what I think I know has been given in a format to stop me from flowing with reality. But I'm going to find a way to flow with reality that has been already stopped in the flow. TikTok give us good information. Facebook love us. Instagram. Y'all have no idea about MillNet and ARPANET. This is still a military application. Spoken as a soldier. This World Wide Web is still an offshoot of a military application. Figure that out on your own because you can't think at this point. Why? Because you're already on a journey. The reality, the Aquarian function under Sagittarius, where you're just trying to find a way to be yourself. I don't need to go nowhere to be myself. I just need to be. But most of y'all feel like I have to go on a spiritual journey and I have to learn, I have to ascend, and I have to master, and I have to reclaim, and I have to retribute, and I have to do this. I got to heal others. I got to give my love and my light. I got to go through life lessons. Holy sheep shit. You mean you got to do all that to be you? Yes. Well, who the fuck are you? I'm a work in progress. You're right. You're a work in progress. You are a sheep and you are farmed fucking energy. And you will go wherever you're told to go as long as you think the result is going to work out for you. So the whole problem with the Sagittarius energy, delusional motherfucker, is what I call Sagittarius. Delusional, mutable fire that has already been shut up. Fire that has already been contained and told how it can be used. That's what that is. So if somebody can tell you how to use your fire and you willingly keep doing it, let's see how the reality of Aquarius affects fucking Sagittarius. You a victim too. Remember, Scorpio, the god of death, you're a victim. Why? Because you met death and you're still fighting. You met death in the sense to where you see what's killing you, but you still want to fight with it. That's foolish. See, I see what's killing me, and if I go out there and fight with it, it's going to put me in danger. Ophiucus said, yeah, but we need to stabilize the danger. Let's negotiate with the danger and make it less dangerous. Sagittarius says, yeah, because if I don't find a way to make it less dangerous for me, it could hurt me. But sir, ma'am, it can't hurt you if you stop giving your energy. It is your traumas. It is your traumas. The reality of Sagittarius is, if you out here trying to find you, you already a victim. And that motherfucking snake won. That snake that you trying to conquer is already on you. That'll confuse some of you, but I heard what I should say at this point is something I always say too. That is where the Empress tells the Emperor what to do, yet the Emperor sits on the throne. You get it? In a true kingdom, the Emperor is the ruler, but the fucking queen is God. Goddess in that case. You understand it? You can sit on the throne and play your little power game, but I bet you when I whisper in your ear, you better kill them or you ain't getting no more of this kitty cat. I bet you'll be a lot of dead motherfuckers. Unless the queen is a queen. Unless the king is a queen. You can't ask that shit nowadays. Well, that's about to change too. Trump's in office. So, the whole Sagittarian problem is your victimized mindset of trying to create a reality where there was none. Going on a journey trying to figure out who you are by going through experiences means that you're about to become your traumas. You can't figure out who you are by interaction with others. You have to figure out who you are before you interact with others, because if you don't know who you are when you interact with others, you only become an experience. You're just an experience. It's the human experience, and that's where we're here, is to figure out who we are by creating experiences that ain't who we are, but it's who we become. You say so much stuff, and don't even know how true it really is. Why? Because you haven't been taught how to think. You've just been taught how to know. You haven't been taught how to take accountability for yourself as the thinker. You just try and take responsibility for controlling the thoughts in my head. Capricorn energy. Capricorn, the god of thoughts. If I can rule over all these thoughts in my head, then I'll be safe. You are already in danger. If there's thoughts in your head that are already presenting danger, you are already in danger. Trying to compartmentalize them and take control of them without taking accountability for why they have space in your energy, how's that working out for you? You always in danger. The reality, Aquarius of Capricorn during this season is going to show where you always in danger. You don't see yourself as enough. It's another 8. Holy sheep shit. 1 plus 7, the star card. It's another 8. You went on a journey trying to find you, but you were already the victim. So when you get to the end of the journey and try and find out who you need to face, when Dorothy, the victim, goes on a journey of knowledge and she meet the star, the wizard wasn't enough. The power was within her at all the times. So you out here starring in your own separation, trying to find out who you are by dealing with others without having awareness of what you are by yourself. You'll never see enough. Why? Because the plentifulness was already within you. The power was within. But you out here giving it up. You out here giving it up easily because you don't see yourself enough. Vote. And then complain. And then do nothing. And then vote. And then complain. And then do nothing. And then vote. And then complain. And then do nothing. The god of thoughts. Are you ruling over your thoughts? Or have safe thoughts been placed in you to trick yourself into think that you in control? Passive fuckification. Here, give them something. Make them feel like they're doing something. Okay. See how they'll monitor themselves? See how they'll rule over themselves? Because they don't know how to think for themselves. They just think in a hive mind mentality. Why? Because they love their separation. They love their separation so much to the point that they only want to be found together with people who love their separation too. I'm going to find my tribe. See, it's hard out here. And I'm struggling. Me too, girl. Come on, let's go out in the woods and call Oshun. The reality is, trauma's like trauma because traumas that like traumas don't feel so traumatic. The Aquarian energy of reality in the Aquarian sign of separation, you a fucking martyr. You caught in the ritual. You the hanged man. Holy shit, Odin, you in reverse. You hung yourself trying to figure out knowledge of everything around you, which means you had to sacrifice yourself. You done hung yourself up in the field of time and done witnessed everything you had to create because everything you had to create couldn't create without you. You sacrificing your energy to get away from everything by creating more things to get away from instead of realizing I was never in danger. I just need to be still. And then if there's still thoughts of dangers, we got some work to do. Because why am I having thoughts of danger? Where's this shit coming from? And I guarantee you at the end of the day, even if you can track it to somebody else, it's still going to be you. Even if you can track who's doing something to you, it's still going to be you. What's my connection? What's my connection to them? No valid connection? Then you know what? There really was no danger. Valid connection and real danger? Then I need to make a better assessment of why I am allowing myself to stay in a cycle of harm. If that makes sense. Probably not, but you gotta let your life tell your tale. Why? Because in the sense to where Aquarius, the overview of the sign is trying to show you reality, the Aquarius person caught under the sign itself is only going to be a martyr, caught in a ritual of giving up their energy. Giving up your energy, 1, potential, into 2, what's going to put you in separation, mean you cause the separation. Aquarius, the reality of Pisces, the last one for this part of the reading. Pisces, the sign of separation, just trying to figure out the safest place to be. 2 fish swimming, but it's really 3 because those were just your choices because you didn't choose you. You got these two fish that are running, and you got that one fish that forgot to be still. He ain't even a part of the equation. You can't even see him. He's already out. He or she. But you won't understand that if you caught in this fucking duality. So the reality of Pisces is you caused your own separation. You caused your own separation because holy shit, there was two sevens. I'm connected to me. But how am I connected to me and I'm going in two different directions? Trust. You got to go through something to figure out who you are. No, you're going to go through something to figure out what you wasn't, and now you're going to become it. Traumas. Just trying to dominate me, just trying to master me in separation, mean at the end of the separation, I will be separated nonetheless. Mastering you in separation means you will still be in separation. Figuring out why there is a system of mastery and furthermore, why the fuck am I in separation? Game over. Game over. 2, 7, 9. So we started with a 9 and you ended with a 9. Holy shit, 2025. The 9. So that is the Aquarian sign reading. How the Aquarian energy, not the Aquarian sign, but the Aquarian energy is going to affect the signs of astrology where y'all like to try and find yourself in separation. They're pretty, they're beautiful, but they're parts of you in separation. Holy sheep shit, I just opened a box and 2 cards already jumped out. Now we get into the Chinese New Year. The year of the snake, where I told you Ophiucus snake. Ophiucus, the sign, is man wrestling with knowledge. The snake is knowledge. The Chinese New Year of snake means knowledge already won. You ain't even wrestling no more. You have submitted. This planet has submitted to knowledge for a long time. So much to the point to where, and again, you can tune out if you want to. Let's just say current day religion, the 2,000 to 2,500-year-old religion, Christianity, Catholicism, has now been rewritten into systems even older. When you start getting into your HERs or your paganistic style animistic practices, there is an inclusionism of elements associated with Catholicism and Christianity. It's like a virus. What is new has now been transported into what was old to secure that what was new is the only way. It's a virus. It's a parasitic function that autoimmune disease. We will rewrite the cell programming so that now you will look like me. Case in point, and this will hurt some of your feelings, look up the 7 African powers. 7 African powers got Jesus in it now. Make it make sense. You can't, but you'll find a way to because you've already been stroked into knowledge is already won. And so that brings in these 2 cards. Knowledge is already won. Why? Because knowledge already has you, us, in separation. The first thing, can't make this shit up. The word Lord. The word Lord. 43. You have been trapped into what you've been told to think. Communication, praise, and dishonesty. Religion. Communication, praise, and dishonesty. The word Lord. What have we said for years? He who wins the war gets to write the story. 4 plus 3, 7. He who wins the war gets to tell you who you are. 7, self-awareness. So already, the year of the snake has already told you who you can be. The other part is the hungry ghost. It's a 14. Remember I told you 14 is patience? It says obsessions, scarcity consciousness, and attachment. Can you get any clearer than that? 7, they already told you who you are because they keep writing down shit to make you think that that's who you are. That's knowledge. And then the 5, the hungry ghost. Your attachment to what they keep putting in front of you because you thirst so much for knowledge that you don't care whether knowledge is correct or not. You don't give a fuck about misinformation. You just want information. You don't care about whether there's any authenticity. The common day mind has not been programmed well enough, cannot critically think enough to even do research because whoever they get the information from must have already checked it out for me. Gullible as fuck. You are patient for what already got you trapped because you are already trapped in your thoughts. 1, 4, potentially trapped. 4, 3, trapped in my thoughts. What was the common denominator? Trapped. So the year of the snake shows where you already trapped. But no, see, things gonna be different this year because it's 2025. By the summer, the people gonna come together. 2024, 2023, 1770, 1774, 1776, when they negotiated to start a revolutionary war to make the semblance of freedom. Not for us. Don't even think that. Not for us. But the semblance of freedom for the colonists and patriots, but still serve the queen and king. Make it fucking make sense. How the fuck you gonna go to war with a country and still pay them? And still follow their laws, maritime law, sorry, and their rules and regulations, and kiss the feet of the queen every time she bends. You don't think. And I'm sorry, I've been there before too. Never really trusted it, but I like to just go with the flow. But at some point, you got to stop lying to yourself and feel insulted when you can't get a fucking good answer. But here's where you're going to fuck up. You're going to go try and find it in a book. Can you quote your source, brother? Common fucking sense. That's my source. I am my source. Not what I read somebody else's perspective. Strictly my perspective and my experience. Everything you hear coming out of my mouth, my perspective and my experience. Because if I start tapping into what somebody else wrote and told me, I become their story too. And it's a lot of lying motherfuckers out here. So, the year of the snake. We'll just do this. Because this has been going on for almost an hour. So I'll just tell you straight up. The year of the snake is already about you fighting what already has you under a spell. The word Lord, words are spell. But you hungry ghost, you don't know who you are. You attach to the idea of getting something from what already has you under a spell, that the only thing you're getting is deeper in the spell. So here is just how deep we are in the spell. Oh, Alice, my dear Alice, the wise woman of Wonderland. It says integrity and compromise. 21, the world. This is how deep we in the spell. We have manifested the spell. We are Alice that went through the looking glass. Alice didn't know who she was, so she went on a journey into the fragmentation of herself. That fucking rabbit, that damn Mad Hatter, the queen, the caterpillar, the cat, they were all fragments of herself trying to give her a fucking story to develop because she wasn't happy with the story that was on the other side of the mirror. She wasn't happy with her reality, so she went into her illusion. Holy shit, everything I just got through saying. She wasn't happy with her reality, so she went into her illusion to try and find one. Find one what? A reality. That is the problem with you people. You can see where something is clearly an illusion, and you ain't going to stop until it become real. The only thing that's going to really happen is you're going to continue to be really fucking fake and delusional. Because you won't have enough trust in yourself that you'll have to have something to believe in. So the whole problem is that 2 and that 1, you're already connected to the potential of what already has you in the spell. Because that's the only way you're going to find out who you are is by going through everything that they put in front of you to pull you apart. That's how you hold yourself together. That's how y'all look. So the last card I'm going to deal with right here is that was how deep you are in the spell. This is how you leave that fucking magic alone. And this ain't, ooh, girl, magic is witchcraft. This is how you stop wasting your fucking energy. It's in reverse. Sisters of the Season, 17. Stop starring in this shit. When you take part in this universe, you in a story, you are in a role. Stop starring in this shit. Sisters of the Seasons in reverse. Cycles of growth. Remember I told you growth is a Cancer. Natural law and divine order. See, everything is in divine order. It is. Divine order is the right of energy to keep producing experiences to give the universe a deeper story to define itself. It is virtually Alice. I don't like who I am, so here, let me invest my energy into possibilities and probabilities with infinite outcomes. And as long as the infinite keep outcoming, then I can always find a new definition for what I want to be. Can't explain that any different. So the whole problem is if you don't 1 + 7, 8, stop struggling with starring in something that has not shown you enough, take that on all levels. Your government has not shown you enough, yet you keep starring in it. Your relationship has not shown you enough, yet you keep starring in it. Your job has not shown you enough, yet you keep starring in it. But then that scarcity consciousness kick in, and we can't do nothing different, and that's why everything remains the fucking same. Buckle up. The year of the snake, where knowledge is already won, you better get the fuck out of knowledge and get back into awareness. Awareness cancels knowledge. I'm aware of what's ahead, but I'm not giving it my energy because I don't need to know. Try that. Wholeness. But again, you people love separation a little bit too much.